Kids and cadets, welcome back to Tommy Time. Thanks for coming out. Hope you're having a good day. I picked up these 2 units recently for $25. I gave 10 each for them, sight unseen, and then 5 for the bag, which coincidentally fits one of the machines. I didn't know it at the time. Maybe the scrapper didn't know it either. So he had called me, said he had 2 decent looking machines. I told him over the phone I'd give him $10 each, so 20 plus 5 for the bag, 25. I happened to be leaving the next day. I had things to do. I told him I'd just leave the money out for him. Told him just to drop the units, grab the money, and he did that, dropped the 2 units. So now I'm looking at them now to see what we need to do to them. The first one's a Husqvarna all-wheel drive, the HU725AWD. This happens to be a 2013 production date, December of 2013. So right away I've noticed a couple of things on this. The safety brake cable needs to be changed out. Severely rusty here. This thing's been sitting a while. There's a lot of surface rust. It actually rusted most of the strands. There's a few strands holding this thing right now. Just enough for us to try to give it a start. So the other thing I notice is it's plowing manhole covers. This thing's on one of the lowest positions. We have some sort of wire here. I don't know why. Some coat hanger wire. Not sure what that's about, but this thing kind of pushes hard, just moving it on the driveway. So let's look at the oil and the air filter, and I kind of peeked in the tank. I think the tank was empty on this Husky. So no fuel in it. That may be a good thing or a bad thing. This is a quantum style wraparound gas tank. Those are notorious for drying out, cracking, and leaking. It's got enough oil in it to start, maybe a little bit overfilled. Actually, it's right on the money. A lot of sand on this unit, and this is pretty caked up on the filter. I'm going to put some fuel in it. We'll try it that way instead of happy juicing it. Okay, this is a automatic choke. Let's pull on this, see what happens. From my vantage point, the carb's pouring out gas. Pouring out of the throat of the carb. So, appears we have no spark on this Husky. I direct injected it and we still don't have anything. It should have fired off with all that fuel pouring out of the throat. That was just like priming it with a primer bulb. It's wet. So it's getting fuel, we just don't have spark. I'm going to turn this thing over and hopefully I don't catch this on fire with all this fuel dancing around the deck. Okay, I did see spark that time. Let me just wire brush this and throw it on real quick. So do we have an issue with the kill wire here, or was it a dirty plug? We got good compression. It feels like it anyhow. Okay, the 2013 gets pushed to the side. Let's move over to the Kohler-powered Toro. This is model 20378. Production date January of 2019, so a relatively new machine. 2019 model year. Coincidentally, the bag he gave me fits this thing. So let's look this thing over. We got enough oil. Seems pretty new. Feels like a 2050 weight. It was kind of thicker than normal. Okay, plug wire was off, so maybe that's an indication of something's going on. It's got a Kohler plug in it. Doesn't look terribly bad. Let me, since it's off, let me clip the handle, the bail bar, with a clip and see if we got spark on this while it's out. If we do, then we'll proceed. We got good spark. I'm going to put that back in and try it out. Okay, that's back in. Okay, this thing's had some water in it. You can see all the rust down there, the rusty residue. Back of the filter's all rusty. And this thing's crunchy and moldy here. So this 29 has been sitting a while, and you can even tell by the tread this thing has hardly been touched. There should be a whole lot more wear on these front wheel drive tires. So this thing has seen little use for some unknown reason. But we know we're going to have carb issues right away with that amount of water residue there. We probably have a rusty bowl. Okay, we got some fuel in it. Let me grab my turkey baster, and hopefully I got a jar nearby. We can take a fuel sample, give us an indication of what the deal is. Okay, the smellometer's off the chart. This thing has got pretty stale gas. Brownish in color, not that the jar is very clean, but this has got old varnishy gas in it. It smells terrible. So we're gonna have to juice this one by hand, see if it fires off, and then we'll know where we stand. Carb clean it at a minimum and flush out the crappy gas out of the tank. So this thing may have been sitting good part of its life. Maybe it did one season. The automatic choke wafer here is full of white crud buildup, probably from all the water and condensation. You can see that lower 10 millimeter nut's got a lot of crud on it too. Triple shot of happy juice. We're getting a lot of gas coming out of the bowl. So we're not doing too well today, the Kohler or the Husky. Oh wow, I think there was water in the cylinder. Look at that. This thing is, the air gap here is totally filled with something. Red snotty snot. So maybe this thing was submerged. Maybe this was a hurricane damaged machine. That explains why it's so rusty here on the 210 millimeters. This thing may be filled with water. For the heck of it, let me put it on its tippy toes and see what pours out of the cylinder. That's not good. That moisture there was gas coming out of the tank. It was nothing out of the cylinder. So we're kind of striking out here on my last video of the day. I'm getting you caught up on all the scrapper buys. These are the last two that I wanted to show you, and we have a complete failure on both of these. The 2013 Husky and the 2019 Toro. I'm looking over at the Husky and it's dripping gas out of the bowl. The other thing I noticed on the Toro that I can barely push it. So if this thing was submerged, the axles are all rusty through. I had to give it extra oomph to even push this thing around. So it's all adding up. I believe this thing was a submerged unit. You can see some rust here. These springs never rust. We got some rust stains on the deck. Maybe somebody tried pulling it over and all the rusty water poured out of the exhaust. I see some surface rust here on the outlet. Just stuck my finger in there and it's all wet. There's moisture in the muffler. I'm going to try it one more time. So I'm glad I didn't spend more than 20 bucks, 25 on both of these duds. I'm really going to direct inject old school right up the cylinder. That's what I used to do as a kid, remove the plug, put a couple of drops down the cylinder and put the plug back in. Couldn't afford a carb cleaner. I did it the old-fashioned way. That was my poor man's starter fluid. Okay, cross your fingers for me. This 2019 Toro needs some love. Okay, the last 3 or 4 tugs, This thing felt like it wanted to kick off. Let me motivate it again. Boy, this thing's a pain in the ass. Didn't turn out. I think if we push enough of that water through the muffler, we're going to get action here eventually. But it's getting bedtime for you kids and cadets. I don't want to keep you up. I'm going to give it one more direct injection and then call this quits. What I'll probably do is put my acetone 50/50 automatic transmission fluid mixture in the cylinder and let that sit. Maybe we got a stuck ring, I don't know. Compression seems good. Maybe it'd be a good start to clean out the cylinder with a mixture of acetone transmission fluid. Okay, 0 on the Toro. Sorry about that, but I do believe, just by looking at all these symptoms, that rusty residue here. We got the rust spots on the deck. It looks like it just puked out some liquid from the exhaust pipe. Yeah, it's water droplets out of the exhaust. So this thing is most likely a hurricane damaged machine, Hurricane Ian. This thing is showing all the symptoms of submersion. So maybe my best bet to start off is going to be the Husqvarna all-wheel drive. Carb clean on this, and then I got to lube up the wheels. This thing pushes hard as well. So we struck out on these two today. Sorry about that. Sometimes it's like that. Like I said before, I'm glad I didn't spend more than $25 for these two. I was hoping for better results just because they look like they're in decent condition visually. They just need a little bit of cleanup. But unfortunately, they are duds at the moment. Appreciate you coming out. Please tip your waitress and wait staff. They're doing an awesome job. Come back and see me. Thank you.